Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. In this video we are going to learn about the implementation of thrashing. So how the thrashing can be solved here by the usage of two techniques, that is the working set model and the page fault frequency. So first, coming to the working set model, the working set model works on the principle of locality of reference. Okay, so it works on the principles of locality of reference. So what is the locality of reference means? If certain instructions are repeatedly executed for a short period of time, then it is said to be the locality of reference. Okay, so that means, so in the particular locality, so it is going to refer some of the pages which are active for a certain amount of time. Suppose we are executing a for loop here. Okay, so in the case of the for loop, so I'm taking a for loop with the I equals to I less than equals to 10. Then the for loop will execute for the condition 10 times. It will execute the same loop for the 10 times, right? So that means here it is repeatedly executing the certain number of instructions in the for loop for a short period of time. Okay, similarly here for the while loop also, if we take, so if the condition is satisfying, then it is going to repeatedly execute the certain instructions for a short period of time repeatedly. Okay, so here, so we are going to use the working set model with the help of the delta. Okay, so here the delta represents the set of active pages in the particular locality. Okay, so here delta refers to the working set window which is having the set of active pages. Okay, so if a page of a process is active, then that page is present in the working set of that process. So if a page is not used for some time, then that page will be dropped from the working set. Okay, so here we can see the example, that is we have given the page reference here. Okay, so in the working set 1, so we are having the 1 2 5 6 7. So these are the active pages. That means, so in the given set, so these pages are recently used. So that means these pages are frequent. So if you are not going to swap the recently used pages to the secondary memory, then so we can reduce the chances of page fault here. So that's why we are going to group the active pages in the page reference string. So actually in the case of thrashing, so it is spending more amount of time in paging, right? So paging leads to the here some page faults. Okay, so in order to avoid the page faults, what we are doing means, so we are not replacing the set of pages that are active in the main memory. Okay, so instead of replacing the active pages in the main memory, so we are going to so here we are going to maintain another set with the inactive pages. Okay, so we are going to maintain another set with inactive pages. So we are going to swap out the inactive pages from the main memory, and we are allocating the active pages in the main memory itself, so that we can replace the inactive, we can replace the some pages with the which we can execute in the main memory by replacing with the inactive pages here, right? So that's why in the working set model we are having the two groups, that is pages of process which are active and some of the pages which are inactive. Okay, so here we can see the working set of T1. So at the particular time limit T1, we are having the 1 2 5 6 7 as the active set of process. So similarly here the working set at the time 2. So here in the we are using since we are using the locality of reference concept, so we are going to execute certain instructions repeatedly at a short period of time, right? So here, so for the at the time T2, we are having the 3 comma 4 as the frequently used pages here. So 3 comma 4 are the active pages here at the time limit T2. Okay, so similarly it is going to maintain the another group called the inactive pages. Okay, so so the so that so we can replace the we can swap out the inactive pages and swap in the pages that we want to execute in the main memory. Okay. See, we are going to know the accuracy of the working set depending on the selection. So we are going to know the accuracy of the working set depending on the selection of the delta working set window. Okay, so the delta is too small, then it will not encompass the entire locality. That means it is not going to cover the entire locality. So if the delta is too large, then the working set will encompass several localities. That means it can cover the several localities in the program, right? So in your program we are having the different localities, right? So if the working set window is small, then it will not cover some entire locality. If it is too large, it can encompass all the localities in the program. If the delta equals to infinity, then it will encompass the entire program. Okay, so here W, so we are going to consider the WSS as the working set size of the process P. Okay, so here sigma WSSB, the total demand of all the process. So if the D is greater than M, that means the sum of the working set sizes of all the process becomes greater than the total number of frames. Okay, so here the sum of the working set sizes of all the process is D is greater than the total number of frames, that is M. Okay, so in this type of scenario the thrashing will occur. Okay, so if the sum of the working set sizes of all the process becomes greater than the total number of frames, that is M, then the thrashing will occur. So if D is greater than M, then one of the process must be similarly here. If D is less than M, that is if the total demand of all the process if the total demand of all the process becomes less than the total number of frames available, then another process is initiated. That means thus thrashing can be avoided, right? So here if D is greater than M, then thrashing will occur. So that's why we have to swap out the process. If D is less than M, that means total demand of all the process becomes less than the total number of frames available. So we can allow the another process to execute here. Okay, we can initiate another process here. So thus we are going to avoid the thrashing here. So this method also helps in keeping the degree of multi-programming as high as possible. But the main drawback here is keeping track of the working set is difficult. Okay, so this is about the working set model. So next method is the page fault frequency. Okay, so here, so this is the direct approach than the working set model. Okay, so thrashing has a high page fault rate. So therefore, if thrashing can be controlled, then page fault rate can be controlled. So if the page fault rate here, so if you consider the graph, so there are number of frames in the x-axis and page fault rate in the y-axis. Okay, so here as the number of frames are increasing, so here we have the increase in the number of frames. Okay, so if the page fault rate is too low, so here the page fault rate is too low, then it means that the process has more frames than needed and hence it must lose some frames. So okay, so if the page fault rate is too high here in this point, so in this point if the page fault rate is too high, it means that the process has fewer frames than needed and the process must gain some frames. So here we have to lose some frames and here we have to gain some frames since the page fault here is high. Okay, so at that time what we are going to do means, so we are going to remove some frames from the from the place where the page fault rate is too low, and assign that frames to the place where the page fault rate is very high. Okay, so here this figure shows the how the page fault rate varies with the increase in the number of frames. An upper bound and lower bound are maintained here. So so if the page fault rate goes beyond the upper bound, the number of frames allocated to each process is increased here, right? Here the page fault rate is too high. Similarly here, if the page fault rate goes goes below the lower bound, then the number of frames allocated to each process is decreased. Okay, so here the page fault is less, that's why the frames are the frames allotted to each process are decreased and assigned to the place where the page fault rate is very high. So these frames are assigned to this place where the page fault rate is very high. So this is about the page fault frequency scheme. So this is about the implementation techniques of thrashing. Thanks for watching my video. Thank you.